Turn it up.
Just had somebody bodies in the way around there.
Bueno, ahí están otra vez los dos equipos entrando al terreno de juego, ahora ya con sus implementarias. Están Silva y David Villa.
ছোট হয়ে যায় ইনফ্যাক্ট যখন গোলকিপার এগিয়ে আসে।
Look, I got the flame, I got the heat, I got the good. I got the tree, I got the treats, I got the fam, I got my friends, I got my hood, yeah. Right beside me till the wheels fall off. I got my life back, working harder to fight back, pushing demons out of my scenery. I heard they fight back, bet they don't like that. I'm independent, on my own, still driven. On my own, I'm trending, caught up in no feelings, too much to deal with. I got my seat reclined back, sipping, vibing, chilling. I got the key to success, it's sitting right in my hand. But understand, that's a lot of pressure.
Stream.com.
That's a lot of pressure.
On the screen and also in the description so you guys can follow along. So once you get to the site, okay, type it in. You want to go ahead and enter your email address. So this is going to be like where you're going to be receiving the live stream. So
Throw in here.
Compass point you home, calling out from the it. What's the point of playing this game if your broadband keeps going? Just get Vodafone.
Get Vodafone guarantee your home broadband speeds, or money off until it's fixed. The future's exciting. Ready? 18-month agreement subject to credit check and availability. Guaranteed minimum sync speed from your local exchange, and your router will pay money off your next bill. New and upgraded fibre customers only. For full details and terms, visit vodafone.co.uk/broadband.
Forward comrades on DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. Every goal, every goal. Talk Sport.
Let's go to the US Open. Let's go to Shinnecock Hills. And it was tough in the rough yesterday with the wind. A little change of breeze. Bob Bubka.
Yeah, it's a little bit better today, and that's good news for Justin Rose. He'll be getting ready to tee off a little over an hour from now. He is at +1. Ian Poulter in better position. He's at -1. In fact, there are only 3 players currently under par, 2 of which have yet to begin their second round. On top of the leaderboard, the world's #1, Dustin Johnson. He's at 3 under par. Tiger Woods at +11 will not be around for the weekend. Rory McIlroy still has to wait before he begins his second round. He'll need some real McIlroy magic in order to survive the cut. He is at 10 over par, but a 3 or 4 under par round in round 2 could get him here for the weekend. From the U.S. Open for Talk Sport, I'm Bob Bubka.
Well, thank you very much indeed, keeping you right up to date with all of that. Earlier on, Uruguay beat Egypt with a last-minute goal from Jimenez by a goal to nil. Russia leading Group A. We're concentrating on Group B throughout the night, and a real delight for you from Sochi this evening. Portugal against Spain following the second half of 0-0. Morocco against Iran. Adrian Durham, Matt Holland, and your match commentator in Sochi tonight, Ian Danter.
Very good evening to you, Saggers. We're in position here, high above the halfway line at the Fish Stadium. It's been another beautiful, scorching hot day here in Sochi, but the storm clouds, of course, have long since been gathering around the Spanish training camp, with all the stories about Lopetegui's departure following his clandestine meeting with Real Madrid, and everything that's come since then. Hierro in the job, Florentino Perez having his say. And in amongst all that, the Spanish have to try and retain their focus for this opening Group B fixture. Might be more interesting if either Morocco or Iran can take the 3 points from the game that you're currently in the middle of now, Sags. But Portugal, it's all about whether they feel they can be a little bit more freewheeling and not quite so conservative, but that really isn't Fernando Santos' way. So whatever 11 Portugal put out tonight, they may still be rather circumspect in their approach. It's down to the Spanish, I think, to see whether they can recover, focus back on the matter at hand, and get all the nonsense of the last 72 hours out the way and get 3 points in Group B. Promises to be absolutely fascinating, Sags. It's cooling down a little bit. As I mentioned, it was very warm this afternoon, but by the time we get to kick-off at 7 o'clock our time, it should be just about perfect for evening football. Portugal against Spain. Myself and Matt Holland in the commentary box. Can't wait for it, Sags.
Good. Just one final thing about Ronaldo, who's got a little bit to prove on his Portugal side as well. They've got to sense with Spain the way they are that perhaps we may see Portugal still do a little bit more early on than we thought.
Perhaps, Sags. I think that might come down to who Fernando Santos actually pairs Ronaldo with up front. Last time out, he used young Gonzalo Guedes, who's from Paris Saint-Germain, the 21-year-old, bit more fleet of foot. There's Andre Silva, who we could use up front, who's not at the best of seasons with AC Milan. He could be permed with Ronaldo. The midfield picks itself. It's either Bruno Alves or Font at the back. But with players like Jean Moutinho, Jean-Mario, William Carvalho, they've got the ability to be more expansive with their play. I think it's about what they're directed to do by their manager rather than anything they might do based on instinct, Sags. But we'll have to see. The first 10 minutes, as I think Stuart Pearce said to us the other night, will be very interesting to see how Spain get things going after all that's happened in the last 3 days.
Thank you, Ian Danter and Matt Holland, your commentary team. Adrian Durham in the chair, of course, in Sochi tonight. What a game for you, straight after basically all the build-up and then the game itself from 7 o'clock, Portugal against Spain. We're right in the heart of Group B, half-time somehow, Morocco 0, Iran 0. Second half now in St. Petersburg with Alvin Martin and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Eggers. It's only the second time these two nations have ever met. The first clash was over 40 years ago. That was a friendly, and it ended in a 1-1 draw as the teams re-enter the stadium field for the second half here. They're level again, but this time at 0-0. Goodness knows how. There were a number of opportunities for both teams in that first 45 minutes. If you were listening, you'll realise that Morocco totally dominated the opening 20 minutes or so without perhaps testing the Iran band in the Iranian goal as much as they would have wanted to. But then Iran switched their tactics, really, and looked dominant themselves in the final 20 minutes or so of the first half. So, well, I wouldn't like to try and pick a winner at this stage. The only thing I will say with certainty is it's Iran in their all-white strip who get the second half underway, attacking from left to right as we watch high inside the St. Petersburg Stadium, and the first free kick of the second half goes the way of Morocco. The referee, incidentally, is Kunyet Kakir of Turkey. He showed 2 yellow cards in the first half, one to El Ahmadi, the former Aston Villa man. He's Morocco's midfielder tonight, and the other to Shojai of Iran, a talented young midfielder for them. Both those yellow cards well deserved. It is El Ahmadi who plays a very good ball down the right.
Morocco early on in this second half, but the quality and the awareness just wasn't there for them.
Well, we've just seen the third yellow card of the game. Jahan Baksh showed the yellow card for a slightly over-the-top challenge. Didn't seem that bad, to be honest with you, but the referee's set his stall out early in the second half here. Third yellow card of the game, 2 of them for Iran, and the other obviously for El Ahmadi of Morocco. From the free kick, Saiz plays the ball forward to the edge of the Moroccan penalty area, the Iranian penalty area. They get the ball clear, the referee gets in the way again here, but suddenly it's picked up by Ziyech for Morocco. Now the foul has gone against him. Free kick to Iran, just outside their own penalty box. Needless free kick to concede there by Hakim Ziyech, who plays for Ajax in the Dutch league. Highly rated he is as well in Holland. Yeah, as Morocco regain possession on the halfway line and come forward with their most dangerous player of the first half, Harry. He's beaten to the challenge, and that was a rather late tackle there coming in from Rezaïn, and I wonder if the referee will produce another card now. He's certainly calling Ramin Rezaïn over towards him. Got away with a warning.
A little surprised by that. I thought I'd expected a card to come out. I'll be honest, I think he's been fairly lenient, hasn't he? The referee play on a lot as well, rightly so in my opinion. And what that does, it gives the players an idea of what he's going to let go and what he's not. Sometimes I think at tournaments of this sort of stature, players go down very easy, and once they know the rules and the way a referee's going to conduct the game, certainly I think the players then think, okay, well, it's not worth me making a deal of that. Maybe just get up and get on with it. It's better for the game.
Well, this is like a rerun of the first 15 minutes of the game here, with Iran sitting back now, and Morocco on the attack with Amrabat. This is where it's a cross this time. It was a better cross, but it was a pretty awful effort on the end of it from Harit. Way off target.
But again, down that right hand side, Amrabat's done ever so well. He never really looked like he was going to get that ball down, did he? He just chipped it up to the far post, and Harit was good with the ball at his feet. Just look at the finisher there. there, does he? It's a really poor effort. You know, he's got to bring that down and certainly go with somebody. He's tried to take it on the inside with White foot on the volley, miles off anyway.
Now he's just 20, switched allegiance, as I mentioned, I think earlier in the game, from France, where he was born, to Morocco. They rate him highly, and they rate him highly in Germany as well, when he plays for Schalke, started his career at Nantes in the French league. Iran in possession now, and another free kick will be awarded for that late challenge. The Iranian fans not happy at all there, as Hadsafi was clearly brought down by Zayech. Free kick is about 10 yards from the halfway line in the Iranian half, on the left-hand side of the field as they attack. And it's played long down that left touchline. Benatia heads clear. El Amadi with the long ball forward. Win it in midfield, but not for long. And here come Morocco in their red shirts and green shorts. They have possession. Saiss, the Wolves man, hits it on to Boussoufa, their attacking midfielder. And he finds Harry to Amadi. Amadi goes down under a challenge, but the referee doesn't see that as a foul. And they've got 4 men forward for one of the few times in the game here around, including their main striker Azmoun, who perhaps might have taken it on himself, tried to play a little ball to his left, got it all wrong. So Morocco survived what could have been a hairy moment for them there.
You see Amadi, as we're saying, the referee has set the rules. He's going to let things go, and if he feels that somebody's been strong in a challenge for fair, he's going to let it go. And then Amadi straight away, as soon as he knew the referee wasn't going to get it, he was up and he was trying to get the ball back, so the players know where they stand now with this referee.
I said early on, we probably wouldn't get a golden feast here, but it would be competitive, and it's just that so far. 5 minutes into the second half, 0-0. Morocco against Iran. You're listening to Talk Sports live coverage. All the World Cup ties coming up for you as Iran tried to force Morocco onto the back foot, but it was a pretty awful ball by Jahan Baksh, and it's gone out play for a goal kick. Don't forget, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow, World Cup Live. We bring you live commentary of all 4 World Cup games. France against Australia kicks off at 11 a.m. Argentina, Iceland, 2 p.m. Peru, Denmark, 5 p.m. Then Croatia against Nigeria. That kicks off at 8 p.m. Free kick has been given to Iran just inside their own half here for a high challenge by Amrabat. High in the sense that he was climbing all over his Iranian opponent, and they've taken it quickly. Morocco have enjoyed 84% of possession in this game. We've just been informed. Most of that, I think, came in the first 15 to 20 minutes.
I think both teams could really do with a class finisher, a centre forward. I think they do a lot of it. All the people they commit forward, technically, you know, both have got different strengths, but you also need somebody who's a natural goal scorer, who knows where the goal is, who knows when to make the run. You get the ball to him in and around the box, you know, he's the difference, and they're both short of that.
Morocco build again from the back. Their captain, Mehdi Benatia, plays it to his left, to the Wolves man, Roman Saiss. Good ball forward, and they build it Hakimi, the Real Madrid fullback, halfway inside the opposition half. Now Harit has possession and gets it back again. Crowded out of it in the end. The ball to be won, and it was won, and impressively, although I think it might have just gone over the touchline there. It has. They'll have that sliding in. I think it was a foul, but the ball did go out for a throw-in. Referee's done pretty well so far. You can't argue too much with the cards he's shown. 3 altogether, 2 to Iran. Ball on the halfway line. It's getting a bit untidy there for once, and it's Ashraf Hakimi who knocks it out of play for a throw-in to Iran, right on the halfway line. Will be taken by Rezaïn, their overlapping fullback. Not as a good cross of the ball. And it breaks loose to Jahan Baksh, and that's a good ball into the penalty area. And Sarifat tried to get it onto his right foot to shoot. Had to play it back in the end to Hadsafi. Hadsafi has possession midway inside the Moroccan half. and plays the ball in behind his teammate with Azayin there. But they've kept possession. They've done well. Shojai gets away from El Amadi, but now it's Morocco who win it back and quickly try to mount a counter-attack of their own with Hakimi down the line by him. Out of play by Rezaïn for a throw-in to Morocco halfway inside the Iranian half. Not a very successful throw-in either. They've given the ball away and the referee's whistle has gone. I think that's a free kick that he's given there to Iran. Yes, a handball by Ziyech.
Very similar start to the second half as we've seen in the first half. You know, it's all Morocco dominate possession. And Iran not really being able to get out of their own half. But again, we aren't seeing chances. You know, the possession is good, but no cutting edge.
But here's Havid, who has got a cutting edge. He survives a very good challenge on him, and then might have just left a hand or a boot in there on the Iranian player who's lying in agony on the ground as the ball is cleared up towards Munir, who made an excellent double save, by the way, from Morocco late on in the first half. Now the referee's attention has been drawn to the injured Iranian player, and he has stopped play with Morocco in possession. Difficult to see exactly how he got injured there. I think he was maybe claiming there was a... Well, I can see now, we're just getting a replay of it. There was no harm intended by Havid. He just caught his opponent there with his foot and his arm, all in one, as he made the sliding challenge. Ibrahimi, the man down injured. So that's a welcome break for the players. Opportunity to take a little bit of water on board again in this beautiful St. Petersburg Stadium.
I wonder, Alan, if Bernard, the Morocco coach, will think about making a change for his opposite number. He's probably got a little bit more in terms of quality to bring on in a game-changing mode. So he's possibly the one that I think before Carlos will look at making a change, trying to force something to happen.
Morocco's next game against Portugal in Moscow, and their final game against Spain in Kaliningrad. Ball is back in play now with the injured man off the field. He's just been waved back on by the referee. It's gone out of play for a throw-in to Morocco, halfway inside Iran's half. The ball is with Saiss on the halfway line. Saiss with an angled ball forward, but they can't keep that attack going for long. Hakimi tries to win it back from the defender on the edge of the Iranian penalty area. Did well in the end there, Rezaïn, but it is going to be a throw-in to Morocco, level with the 18-yard line inside the Iranian half. And Hakimi, understudy to Carvajal of Real Madrid, will take the throw. He's taken it already, gets it back, quickly closed down. He might have even been fouled there by Jahan Baksh. Well, the referee seems to have awarded the throw-in. He has indeed.
Well, a well-drilled back line of Iran is not allowing Morocco to have any look at their goal. I've got to say that it must be so frustrating for Morocco, because they've passed the ball, they've come out the second half and taken control again of the game. But apart from the cross from Amrabat, down the right-hand side, and the half chance for Harid, again, nothing to show for it.
Like Iran, it's the 5th time that Morocco have qualified for the final stages. They've only progressed beyond the group stage once. It was in Mexico in 1986, and then they lost to the eventual finalists West Germany, as they were then. Now unified Germany still to appear in these finals, and will certainly be rated as one of the big favourites. And a little experiment, trying to decide who's going to go through from each group today, and then on. I made it a Brazil-Germany final. That's a long, long way away, and my predictions are not known for their accuracy, so don't put any money on that. I never told you, don't blame me. Ball out of play, just inside the Moroccan half, and they have possession.
That's a lot of pressure.
Feel Romain Saiss. He slides it forward again, but it's too easy for Iran to win it back. Zayin plays it long, deep into the Moroccan half, but there wasn't any sign of an Iranian player anywhere near where the ball landed, so inevitably Morocco get it back themselves, and Ziyech plays it in early this time. It looks too deep unless Hakimi can get there. And they're just beginning to look a little bit, not dispirited exactly, Morocco, but frustrated, I think, is the word.
Yeah, I guess so. I think your body language there, you can see there, they can't find a way through there. They've got to the final third. They've got a lot of balls left and right. They haven't come up with anything that's opening up this rear guard. He's had them for 7 years, hasn't he? And you can see that they all know what they're doing. I think I've only seen them panic once in the first hour, and that was a poor clearance, and maybe they should have done better with Morocco. But again, if you don't actually get that first goal, Iran, I think, are going to get stronger and stronger defensively.
They've only won 2 of their 13 previous games in the finals, Morocco, against Portugal, would that be an omen, in 1986, and Scotland in 1998. Sorry to remind our listeners north of the border about that one. It was a very good Scottish team as well, if I remember. Anyway, more of that later as Morocco come forward with Amrabat just inside the Iranian half. The ball going towards El Ahmadi on the right for Morocco. It's gone out of play, and it's going to be a throw in to Iran, who see the squirrel at the moment.
I think when I look at what Morocco's trying to do, obviously they're trying to be thoughtful, work the ball slowly between the departments and try and obviously get it into the penalty area. But I think now and again, when they lose the ball further up the pitch, I think they've got to try and win it back quickly, because that's when I think you can catch Iran out.
Well, Morocco break quickly in the inside right position. The defender got a foot in there, and that means the ball has gone out of play from El Khabi's effort for a corner to Morocco, where the opening goal might well be scored from a set piece, because both teams have defended pretty well, and neither team has looked terribly imaginative in front of goal, you'd have to say. So could this corner be the key to the opening goal? Boussoufa will take it over on the far side of the stadium. Mbarek Boussoufa on the Moroccan right. Benatia, the captain, who had an effort saved in the first half, goes for it here, but the goalkeeper came out, made another decisive punch, got one fist to the ball and knocks it clear. And that means that Iran can counter-attack with Jahan back, showing good pace to get midway inside the Moroccan half already, and finds players flooding forward in support now. Gets it out in the end to Zayin, the right wing back, if you like, who has to play it all the way back into his own half. Cheshmi knocks it long. In steps El Ahmadi to clear for Morocco, but the ball is still with Iran. Midway inside the half, a little bit of kicking going on there. Was the ball on the ground, and the referee quite rightly has stopped play. I might even have a word with Balhanda, and certainly he has angered Shojai there with the way he was trying to get the ball, with the player trapping it on the ground, which you're not allowed to do, of course.
Again, that's something, Alan, that I think, Morocco have got to do more of. There's got to be more aggression to their play. They've got to force Iran into mistakes, by being, more aggressive into the challenge. Trying to read where the second ball is. When you turn over the ball, the first one who's closest, trying to put pressure on it quicker. And just try and ruffle Iran a little bit more.
We're in the 63rd minute of this opening game in Group B of the 2018 World Cup Finals, and it's Morocco 0, Iran 0. It's Morocco on the attack, but a pretty aimless ball there by their skipper, Benatia, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Now, the referee might... when the ball was clearly going out of play...
И Taremi y los hombres que están calentando en estos momentos. Se prepara ya la primera sustitución del juego por parte del técnico Queiroz, el portugués orientador de la selección de Irán.
Por parte del equipo de Irán se prepara la variante a propósito de May. Me recala en la figura.
Act to see the tackle.
I think the modern day fan wants to see the game flow a lot more now, and he doesn't want, you know, they all get a little fed up when players
Cause that's who it was. I was looking at Tunisia's team. Really, the only player I was familiar with is Kazri. And to be honest, like, I just.
De todo lo que existe, ya no hay profundo. Lo que más quiero en este mundo es estar a tu lado, noche y día. Eso sí, como viviría, las ganas de ti me devoran. Los segundos de todas las horas, tú todo lucero, todo lo que quiero. Sin tus ojos azules no muero. Si de veras me quieres como yo te quiero, ven, bésame ahora y bésame luego. Porque yo siempre te llevo adentro. Ven y bésame mucho. El mundo no importa. La noche comienza. No pares ahora. Adentro. Lego. 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 Lego.
Give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champion, take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting. it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game, and together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. So wave your flag, now wave your flag, now wave your flag. Oh, 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 oh. Fire, give you reason, take you higher. See the champion, take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game, and together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. So wave your flag, now 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 wave your flag.
Baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of your body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy. Ay, 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 to the bambo, la gloria te está esperando. They know I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, I'm starting to feel it's right. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Tú los estás mirando.
I'm a student of Pele, call me Pele player. 11 on the field with the heart of a gladiator. 1, go, 2, go, 3, go, 4. I'ma play till my knees fall off. 1, go, 2, go, 3, go, 4. Hey, my MLB, now let's play ball. And my football jersey says Maradona. The crowd chant sounds like spirits from Africa.